Hello and welcome to the All Night Gamers Podcast, episode 263. Hi, hello, hi. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us for another edition of the show. Cooper's late, like normal. He'll be here in a little bit, so you're
Kyle's
stuck
not
with the
even
rest
here,
of us.
so
Yeah. How we been the past week?
uh,
All right.
it's been going. I mean, after all that hospital excitement, it's exhaustion.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if
believe
you
it.
can hear Chelsea in the background. Yeah, it's I feel like I didn't do all that much just because it was um, yeah, nightmare worthy, as Chelsea just said. Um, yeah, it's not great, but trudging on. Getting stuff done at work and whatnot.
How's the pollen down there?
It's not as bad as it could be, I guess. It definitely could be worse.
It's pretty bad
It's
up
not
here.
like amazing, but yeah.
Especially tree pollen.
hmm
True.
Yeah, see that's the thing. We don't have trees down here.
Yeah, that's why I asked. I was
They
like,
knock
I
them
thinking about it,
over.
like, do they really have a lot of pollen issues?
Not,
Somewhat, but not.
you know, sometimes, but I think like I got more pollen on the car while we were home than I see it on either car down here.
Dang. Uh,
So, kind of crazy.
we had like, we went to a hockey game last Friday. It was like a work event. They paid for the tickets,
Oh,
and
nice.
a few of us met up beforehand and like went and had dinner and stuff. Um, and it rained like super lightly for like 10 minutes, like a mist basically.
And all it
Um,
did
Just
was
enough
knock the
to
pollen
bring up
down.
all the pollen.
um, no, it wasn't. Like my car was covered in pollen already,
Mhm.
because it had been dry for like the previous week. And that rain, it was like such a little amount that it basically turned my car polka dot yellow.
Yeah,
Ah,
there's a
sick.
like
Car
Like
like
wash.
it
water.
wasn't enough to actually rinse the pollen off the car. It was just enough
Just
to
make it
get it
yellow.
wet and then congeal
Much
into
Thick.
dots. So yeah, my car is blue with yellow polka dots right now.
gotta take it
Ugh.
to the wash.
Well, that's the thing. I literally just did the my
It didn't.
Equinox wax like last weekend,
Oof.
I think. Uh, so yeah, I should just have to rinse it off because of the wax, but I've been lazy. Cool. Well, let's get into it. Starting off, PlayStation is getting expensive. PlayStation 5 Pro $900. Regular
Disgusting.
PS5 is 650 now, right? Or 700?
Yeah,
Six
something
fifty.
like that.
PS5 digital 600. PS5 with disc 650. And PS Portal is also now 250. Is that device even
Uh,
doing well? The PlayStation Portal, like, is
if
so
it
not talked
wasn't
about.
before, it won't now.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that's how I see it.
Um, it looks like as of October of last year, it was about 1.3 million units total, which I assume for from Sony's perspective is probably a small amount. I don't know.
I mean, you have to have a PlayStation to use it. Like it's honestly an expensive add-on, right? So not
True. Yes.
not doing
Um,
terribly, I guess, but like I know they would want it to be doing better than that.
as of January, 7% of PS5 owners have purchased a PlayStation Portal. Um,
We are not among them.
and
You said 70?
no, 7.
Seven.
Oh, okay.
70 would be crazy. That would be like what, 50 million units, 80 million units? I can't
Yeah.
remember.
I was like, are we out of touch? But no, 7 makes
No,
a
it's
lot.
so it's Sony who's wrong.
Yeah. Um, Fun fact also, PS5 Pro accounts for only 3% of all PS5s sold as of January.
Honestly, that's more than I would have thought.
That would put PS5 Pro lifetime sales around 860K.
Still more than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Although I have some massive doubts that it's gonna do better when it's so expensive now. Oh my gosh.
I love all the posts. So ever since this news came out, and then like all of, like the deal sites and everything were immediately like, "Quick, buy it now while you still can. Quick,
Mm,
spend $600 so you don't have to spend nine
Nine
hundred
hundred
dollars
dollars.
later." Instead of just being like, "Wait, if I didn't buy it to this point, why would I buy it now?"
Because you're saving $300 in theory. If you were to buy it, if you're waiting
I'm
for a
saving
sale, now's the
600 by
time.
not.
Correct.
I say all this as someone with a PS5, so
I'm starting mine right now.
I actually turned mine on recently, and it was literally to check. I started actually kind of thinking about the PlayStation Portal again, and like how much I was like, I kind of would like a device like that, but I just don't want to spend $200 on it. And then I
And now
remember
you
like, oh
really don't
wait,
want to
I
spend
have a
it.
Steam Deck. A Steam Deck is a PlayStation Portal and a bunch of other stuff. The only thing it doesn't have is the adaptive triggers. Uh, but I can so I turned my PS5 on to see if that was still working because I had set that up a while ago.
Yeah. Still working?
Yep, haven't used it.
Nice.
This is why I do this so I don't buy things. Cool, it works. If I ever decide I care again. Um, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is going to be $10 more expensive physically than digitally. Um, the prices of games are not going up, quote unquote. It's like, so now games are going to be $70 if you buy them physically, and digitally $10 less. So I guess
Which,
really whatever
I mean,
Nintendo game comes out, whatever price it is, it'll be $10 less if you buy it digitally.
as we've said though, we definitely want that rather than it being like, oh, we're putting the base price at 70, physical or 80 now. Because that is something they could do if they so desired.
Yeah. Um, and they might still, for some games. I think it's very wise for them to be like, maybe the Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. That sound like, I just can't get over this title. This title sounds like a made up title for like a story or
Yeah.
something instead of an actual video game. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. That one probably wasn't gonna sell for $80 physically. Really, I'm kind of shocked at the idea of buying it for 70. But who knows? I didn't understand Pocopia either, and that became the hottest thing on the corner since sliced bread.
Yeah.
No, it
I
looks
mean,
like a very puzzle game.
Yeah, but it's definitely interesting. It's not gonna be like a traditional Yoshi game, which kind of works. Yoshi and Kirby kind of feel the same niche with it being, uh, essentially baby's first platformer. Um, I hate to say that about either of those because they are genuinely good games, but that's kind of where they fit series, in terms of like skill level. Maybe a little less so for Yoshi, but this kind of gives Yoshi something different. So whenever they do a proper Kirby game, it's not gonna feel like, oh, well, I already did a 2D platformer that is easier than Mario.
Yeah.
It looks interesting for sure. And it is definitely on the watch list. I do be waiting for it to release.
Are you gonna cop?
Yeah, I'm definitely. I just need it to release. But I mean, that's not saying much. Yoshi is Yoshi. It is up there series wise for me,
Fair.
especially with Goodfield uh, in charge. They know how to make a Yoshi game.
Um, the Pokemon Center in Tokyo had an incident. From what I understand, someone with a personal vendetta against one of the employees that worked there was stabbed.
Wait, I
Yeah,
did not hear about this.
Yeah.
yeah. So an employee in the Pokemon shop was stabbed to death in the store. Um, the assailant was is dead because he stabbed himself right after doing this. Um, so yeah, um, very unfortunate, and unlike most of the stuff we talk about here, not a place to joke around. But they have closed, I believe, for some time. Um, Mainly for the mental health of the other employees that were there. Um, 7:16 p.m. local time, so the store was open. Um, they're both in their 20s. Um, yeah, she was just like a store clerk.
Damn. And it hits more with Japan just because they don't really have incidents like this. Like, it's not zero, but it's not America where we're having it multiple
Oh
times
yeah, where
a
there's
day.
like school shootings like every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm very interested to see what like a report come out about the person that did this because there's got to be something psychotic involved. Um, they're the store that's in Ikebukuro and the Pikachu Sweets Cafe that is directly next door will be closed indefinitely. Um, it's not that it's never going to reopen. It's just they don't want to say it's going to take exactly this long. They would rather just let everything run its course and reopen when the time is right, which I think is a good
Yep.
call. Um, Yeah, Cameron. Speaking of strict gun controls in Japan, mean knife attacks are more common form of public violence, with multiple stabbing incidents on trains and railway stations in the past few years. So maybe an uptick in that kind of behavior. But
That's crazy.
Yeah, really, it's a shame. Um, I clicked on a CNN link about the story and it's trying to pull up a video. I don't think I want to watch that.
No thanks.
Apparently, the person had been previously arrested, and for stalking the same woman. He was a
Great.
former boyfriend. There it is. Um,
There it is.
they had been in the relationship from October 24 to July 25. On Christmas Day last year, she went to the nearby police station to report that she was being stalked. Um, he had been So he was arrested once on suspicion. He was rearrested 2 weeks later uh, for secretly taking photos. Um, he was also charged with violating the guns and swords possession control law for possessing a fruit knife with a blade length of about 10 centimeters inside a rental car at the time of his initial arrest. That's a wildly specific law, but okay. Um, and they issued a restraining order at the end of January. He reportedly admitted to all of this and said that he wanted to back together with her. Yikes.
No.
Yeah, wow. I didn't know
Psychopath.
about any of this.
Crazy.
So, yeah, I always hate these moments on the show when we have to talk about something like this, and it's like, well, that's an extreme bummer and sad. How do we rebound from this and move on without sounding like ignorant? I don't
Where,
know.
yeah. Well, I don't even know about ignorant so much as it's just like would
Poor
however
taste.
we like move on. Yeah, we're normally such a jokey show, you know.
Yeah. Damn.
That that's crazy though.
That's kind of fucked up. Kind of fucked up. Is fucked up.
Completely fucked
Uh,
up.
yeah. So if you want to know more, there's plenty of reporting on it. I assume more will continue to come out over the coming weeks. And yeah, so moving on, put the smiles back on. Hey, there's Cooper.
Hey, look, there's
Hey.
Good
Cooper.
timing.
Let's
We just got
go.
finished
He's
talking about the Pokemon
death
stabbing.
Oh, it's huge.
Well, no, she's not dead, right?
No, she's dead. They're both dead.
She was stabbed
Oh.
to death
She was stabbed to death, and then he stabbed himself up until the point where he passed out from blood loss, and then he also died.
from blood loss, assumedly.
Yes.
I'll explain later. Yeah, Cooper,
Okay.
welcome.
Hey, appreciate it.
The recent Fortnite layoffs include the person that designed Jonesy, the main. He's the main default character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, blonde haired white guy.
Wow,
Default.
such an original design.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is like really not that.
Creative, but like he is one of the most iconic Fortnite characters.
Yeah, like because if
Yes,
you think about it,
and the
Mickey
banana.
Mouse really isn't all that creative either. He's just a freaking mouse, but like
He's a
he's the
mouse.
face
He's a
of
mouse
the
with
most
really
powerful
circular
company on the
ears.
planet. So, there's more to it than just is this complicated. I mean, like literally the face of the one of the most successful video games in the past decade, really ever. Um, man, that is ice cold. Vitaly Namushin. I hope I said that right.
You're knocking it out of the park on depressing news this week, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
But this is probably like a good case of this is that it shows you how little they actually put thought into like who they're gonna fire.
Um, to give any a potentially stronger example of that, I mean, or at least longer reaching. The woman that saved Pixar back with Toy Story 2, within the last couple of years, was fired.
Nice.
So
That is insane.
it doesn't matter what you do for the company. If you ain't the CEO, you can and potentially will get fired.
Remember, everybody, it's a big club, and you're not in it. What can I do for the shareholders? Lose my own job.
Yep. But what about our stockholders, Bob?
Affected staffers are getting 4 months of severance pay along with health care coverage that extends for 6 months. Um, yeah.
I mean, the job market is so good right now, so
Um, and this is a great follow up. Uh, reporting from Jason Schreier of Bloomberg, quote, "It sucks to work in the video game industry right now."
it sucks to work right now.
I also had
Like
that
end of
thought.
sentence. Like end of sentence. It sucks to work.
It does suck to work, but you know what? At least our jobs aren't dependent on the results of Metacritic.
That's true. That's very true.
Let's see. Imagine how it must feel to be employed at one of the studios that's been trying to recreate Fortnite, only to learn this week that even Fortnite can't recreate Fortnite.
Pain.
Um, even people working on this year's biggest and most successful games, like last year's smash hit Battlefield 6, have faced layoffs.
But on the flip side, you have people making games like Concord getting fired because they didn't even market the game. Or what was it? Highfield?
A high guard.
High Guard. That's the one. Yeah. It's not a good time to need to be looking for a job.
One veteran composer with 3 decades of experience told PC Gamer yesterday that he hasn't gotten a single interview in the last year.
Alex, you're doing better than that guy.
That's crazy.
Gotta look on the bright side. We got some depressing news. We gotta look on the bright side here.
Yeah, no wonder David Wise was charging freaking $50 for an autograph at that convention I was at because he can't get a. Oh yeah. I gotta tell you, it's becoming like really generally a bummer to be into video games. I find myself really not wanting to do anything related to modern video games some days, just because it makes me think of a lot of stuff like this. Like, man, the people that made this probably were super not happy.
And probably lost their jobs.
Yeah. Oh, shame.
At least we can normally trust Nintendo to not fire people.
I'm not really certain that anybody works at Nintendo.
It's just me,
I
Moto.
think Nintendo's a creature, a living being, like an SCP.
Mm.
All right, last before Collector's Corner. Xbox Partner Preview, March edition. Everybody strap in. Your favorite news. What's coming to Xbox? You know, and I want to make fun of it, but goddamn, we've by the time this episode comes out, it's going to be April, and we have yet to have a direct this year.
Yeah, but that makes it even worse because nobody cares about Microsoft's news.
I know. You know how bad that is, and I'm like, well, hey, at least this is something to
At least we
read.
have a direct.
I have to pretend to care about Xbox games.
No, you don't have to pretend to care. We just have to discuss them. It's like work.
Well, we're not actually talking about Xbox, right? Most of it's
Multiplat.
no third party.
Well, Microsoft would like you to call them Xbox games.
I refuse.
Microsoft can want what they want, and so can I.
That's like one of my
Doesn't
favorite
mean
quotes from that reviewer, Zero Punctuation of like an E3
yeah.
of like Microsoft showing off all these games. Wow, and these are all exclusive? No, but you can play them on Xbox. Yeah, I sure could. I sure could do that.
I sure could, Microsoft.
So they show off 19 total games, 7 first looks. 14 of the 19 will be playable day one with Game Pass. Um, we got Hunter the Reckoning Death Wish, first person action game. Um, and Artificial Detective, a post apocalyptic adventure featuring a robot sleuth and his young human sidekick.
Hmm.
Um, we got Ascent Zero, a roguelike that looks like it would do very well on things not Xbox. Um, Bluey's Happy Snaps.
That is
This is literally
definitely
this
not.
is Pokemon Snap but Bluey.
That's
Um,
amazing.
interesting.
Dad, you got to use Dad's special camera.
What?
Sus. Um,
I'm more questioning how there's enough, like, but
discover
Louis is
brand new
fine
locations from the
and everything.
show. Snap picture perfect poses of Australian wildlife, and get hands on with play for real life activities. So yeah, literally,
Um,
this is
Pokemon
Pokemon Snap.
Snap with quote unquote real animals.
Yeah.
Interesting. I
Um,
mean, I guess it could be worse. The last Bluey game, they were charging $40 for what was a mobile game.
so wait, now you're telling me there was already a Bluey game on Game Pass, and now there's going to be another Bluey game on Game Pass? I gotta subscribe. I'm in. Um, Dispatch, the popular game on PC, and was it PC only at launch? I cannot remember. No, it was everything except Xbox. But
That's because we all hate Xbox.
full collection of episodes arrives this summer. The Eternal Life of Goldman, hand-drawn world about fairy tales and myths. Okay. The Expanse, Osiris Reborn. What is The Expanse? That's a. Was that a recent show or something? Why does that sound? That's ringing a bell.
That's the Seth. What's the name, right? Show.
McFarlane?
No,
No,
Seth MacFarlane was the Star Trek
mine.
knockoff, whatever that's called,
Yeah,
Orville.
never mind. Orville.
I think a couple of my buddies have watched this show, The Expanse. Sarah
The,
Gee, Frankie Adams, Dominique Tipper, Stephen Strait, Thomas Jane. Just reading off actors from it.
the series was later adapted to sci-fi. Okay. So books made into show, made game.
Ah, my favorite.
Yeah, so it's set in the universe, but it's a new story. It looks like. Forever ago re-announcement trailer. Never heard it called that before. That's funny. Narrative adventure game. Frog Squad, a slapstick puzzle platformer. Support for up to 8 players. Seems like Pico Park kind of deal. Thank you for not letting me. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it looks like Pico Park if it was 3D and Fall Guys.
Heard.
Yeah.
Grave Seasons, a farming sim with a terrifying twist. So this is just Gravedigger, but new. Okay. I need to play more Gravedigger. Hades 2 is coming to Xbox. Hades 2 wasn't on Xbox at launch. What are we doing here?
Well, you don't make games for Xbox. You wait till Microsoft offers you money.
Yeah, I guess that they held off so they could go on Game Pass. Okay. But like, man, it wasn't even available. I get you don't put it on Game Pass initially, but like, dude, you
Okay,
can't
but
even you couldn't even buy it on the store. If you wanted to buy it digitally, no physical copy, nothing. You couldn't.
but I don't want to port the game to Microsoft. I want them to pay me so that I can.
Support it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make more money when they give me the port money, and I instantly have to lose all the potential profit I could have. All $5 that I could potentially earn by having it on Xbox by instead being on Game Pass.
I'm not saying I don't understand. I think what I'm trying to say is this is the biggest sign yet that Xbox is cooked. Hades 2 wasn't that the
Even
game of the year
Nintendo.
contender last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just
Dude,
now
even-
coming to Xbox? Come on, guys.
Even during the Wii U, Nintendo wasn't having it wasn't, oh, we're gonna give, they just didn't give it because it was behind tech wise. It wasn't, oh, here's, here we go. Um, we're gonna give it to you 6 months. Well, I guess some games were, but they didn't really do that 6 months, or 6 months to a year late into the Wii U. We're pretty late into the Xbox. There's not gonna be an trying to- what's the current Xbox?
Series X?
X, so Series Y. There's not going to be a Series Y.
Yeah, I think you're literally going to be closer to the name by picking something totally random than you are
By
trying to
picking the next
follow.
letter.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was supposed to be the Xbox 720.
Yep.
Dude, could you imagine if they did Xbox 2 instead of the Series X?
It would have at least made more sense.
Xbox 2. It's
Xbox
No,
the
Two.
fourth
see,
one.
guys, you're messing it up. They've all got to just be named Xbox to be where it could be the first one.
Okay, fair.
Oh yeah, they just constantly repeat the cycle.
It's
I
got to
think
be
they should have
something
gone with
really
Xbox
dumb.
2 because then it would be like Final Fantasy 2 over here, where it's actually Final Fantasy 4. Like it's actually the fourth Xbox, but we're gonna call it Xbox 2.
That would have actually been funny. Microsoft's
So
not that clever.
what it will actually be is the new Xbox.
If there even is one. Dog, if we can't get Hades 2 available on the store at launch, oh my god,
Are
dude.
we sure about a new Xbox?
I can't imagine, like, okay, I'm not a game developer, but man, the new Xbox is just a PC, dog. It's literally a Microsoft product.
But
There's a
Microsoft will
free
pay
dev
you.
mode built in and everything. I can't imagine it was that hard to just get a digital copy onto the store.
You don't understand, Grant. Everyone hates the Xbox.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Like, golly, like you just, they're so cooked.
They're so
Can't
good.
even
It's
get
so funny.
Hades 2 at launch. Hunter the Reckoning deck list, talk about that. Musa Dirty Fate, an upcoming action title set in feudal Korea. Okay.
Korea.
Oh,
That's a unique location, honestly.
Yeah, but
PlayStation feels like
I
it.
hope you weren't excited because it doesn't come out till 2027, so who cares?
Oh, who cares?
Um, Serious Sam Shatterverse, an explosive new shooter. Sometime this year.
I heard Into the Spider Verse, but Sam.
Yeah. But Sam, whoever this guy is.
Whoever the- Or I guess it's more like Shattered Dimensions, the old Spider-Man game.
Stalker 2, Cost of Hope, DLC. Cool.
Yay.
Um, Stranger Than Heaven, a brand new title from RGG Studio. Um,
Sure, you've been talking about for a while. But this
yeah.
one confirmed, unlike the other trailers where it was all different time periods, this one confirms it is 5 time periods across 5 states.
They're also doing a
Yes.
deeper dive into it on May 6th. Uh, Super Meat Boy 3D, which is going to be out by the time you're listening to this.
Oh, I thought this was old.
I think it's been announced for a while.
Yeah, let's see. Super Meat Boy 3D.
I looked it up. It's
No,
got reviews now.
it's coming out. See, look, we can get Super Meat Boy on the Xbox on day one, but we can't get Hades 2.
Microsoft paid to get Super Meat Boy. You, you don't put your game on it unless you're paid. The Xbox people will not pay for your game anyways. So you might
That's
as well
true.
get that Microsoft money.
That's true. You'll get. Well, I don't want to say you'll get more money, but like you'll definitely get about the same amount of money you would.
So none.
So none.
Vaunted Tactical RPG. Yeah, that'll do great on Xbox. And Wuthering Waves, the story-rich action RPG, which is already out, right? That game came out a while ago, right?
This game came out 2 years ago.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
I'm so
so
glad
if
Microsoft
you
has
have been
entered their
waiting
Wii
2
U era.
years for an action RPG on Xbox
Congratulations.
with an art style like Fire Emblem, or yeah, Fire Emblem slash Xenoblade. And yeah, that's it. That was horrible. Thank you, Xbox.
Thank you, Microsoft. That
You
was
are you are embarrassing and you make me sad.
it's perfectly fitting with this intro, honestly. This is this has been a depressing intro and Microsoft fits right in it. But I can't go too hard on joking about that because
Yeah, I was
we
gonna
actually
say
talked about
maybe in
some
a few
serious stuff.
weeks I can make
That's
a joke about the Xbox making me want to act in a similar fashion to that guy, but
no, I don't. I don't wanna, I mean,
yeah, too
you
soon.
know,
That's yeah. We'll circle back to that when yeah.
Microsoft will screw up again. It'll be fine.
Mario Kart World update. Excuse me, last second news.
Yes, this was just released, like, right. I guess, well, since we started the show.
Hold on, this is the rumor we talked about, right?
No, but like,
Mario Kart
this is
World
actually they
1.6
announced it. They released
update
it.
out now. Battle stations.
Searching it brings up the rumor.
Yeah, I know. It took me a
Well,
minute to
because
find like
like,
the actual story with it. Okay, Mario Kart World version 1.6.0. Let me go ahead and get this update downloading so that I can try it out later.
Chelsea's playing Pokopia, so I can't download it.
Okay, download started. Babomb Blast as a new battle mode. You can have up to 10 Babombs on hand at a time. The distance Babombs can be thrown depends on how long you hold the L button. So there you go. We got a battle mode.
Well, we've had a battle mode. This one's just
Well, an interesting battle mode.
yeah.
Bullet Bill's performance has been changed. Increase their range of lateral movement. It is now easier to follow a shortcut route immediately after using Bullet Bill. And they've increased the speed on parts of some courses. The boomerang has been adjusted, nerfed, looks like. Reduce the number of consecutive throws and reduce the range. Good. I hate the boomerang. Adjusted the probability of items that can be obtained from item boxes during races. Invincibility time after spinning or crashing. It depends now on the character and vehicle. The heavier the weight, the longer your invincibility time will be.
Interesting.
You can no longer get crushed by things as like thwomps while spinning or crashing. You can now be hit by lightning and spiny shells immediately after being crushed by things such as thwomps. Made it so things like bombs and bananas don't bounce on top of vines of ivy piranha plants. Okay. When playing single player or single player, both offline, online, and local wireless, up to 2 warnings will be displayed when items like red shells or spiny shells come from behind. Shorten the time until the roulette stops to determine the course in online play and wireless play. And also a whole lot of bug fixes that I am not going to read because it is a chunky list.
And also, it doesn't matter because you didn't know those bugs existed most likely, anyways.
Yeah, let's pick a random one. Fixed an issue in Knockout Tour where the player being spectated would not change after that player was eliminated.
Oh.
So it's just stuff like that. Tons of little things. So yeah, cool. Hot drop. Mario Kart World 1.6 available now. Way to pick up the energy in the room.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you, Nintendo. Very cool.
I have to give that a shot this week. Okay, on to Collector's Corner, the weekly segment where we go around and talk about the games we've been playing and the games we've been buying. We determine who goes first with the wheel, and I gotta fill it out. All right, let's see who goes first this week. Cooper, you're up.
Yes, sir. Best for first.
I knew you were
as
gonna
they
say
always
that.
say.
And by they, I mean me.
What have I been doing? I've been doing a good bit of homework. I've been trying to get like ahead. Literally, I was playing Magic the other night with a lot of my coworkers from Waterburger, like Stacia, Z, Landon. No, Landon wasn't there, but Stacia, Z, Kyle, right? And I was telling them like, oh yeah, I'm 2 weeks ahead right now. And they all, because they work second shift during the weekends, right? I work morning shift, right? So I go in for my first shift. By the time I'm off, they're going in. So I have a lot of free time right now. And they told me, yeah, you got to make friends. I was like, oh wow,
Cooper, just hit me up for some games, dude.
I
Or
might
just
need to,
play
bro.
some single player games.
No, I hate playing real games. That means my time actually like meaning something in the game. No, live service only, buddy.
Disgusting.
No, I'm so burned out of live service, bro. But I haven't been playing a whole lot. I'll be honest. I played Magic with them. We played pretty late, and I ended up buying I was like convincing everybody to make bad decisions. Somebody was like looking at buying like these two little boxes. Like they were like uh both of them had like there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles box and this the Lorewyn set for Magic.
Mm.
Both of them for Magic, and they both had like 8 or so packs or something like that, and like 40 lands, both of them, and all that. I was like, one of them was like, oh, I'm thinking about getting one. It's like, oh, but I could get both. I was like, you know what? You only live once. You should get both, and it convinced them to get both. I'm a bad influence.
You got that right.
And then I was looking at there's one more Lorewyn box because the guy was saying, yeah, we're not getting it anymore because they're not selling them anymore. I was looking at it, and I looked at Kyle, looked at Sasha. I was like, hear me out. We could go 3 ways. And
We could do
then
what?
convinced. Wait, no, not like that. But I convinced them as well. And then Kyle,
Have a
I was like,
three-way. That's what I just heard.
all
Hey,
right,
we could go
guys.
3 ways. This is a Wendy's.
But yeah, I convinced them, and then Kyle was like, yeah, I guess because like the guy was saying like, oh, I can split the charges so that way we can do it on 3 different cards. And then Sasha was like, no, Kyle's got it. And Kyle paid in full.
Damn.
So
What the hell,
I'm,
bro?
I'm covering my next like 2 meals with him, so that way me and him are even. Then him and Sasha will figure it out.
Well, okay then. Let's see who's next.
Yeah, but Cameron stole my Switch. That's still down in Orlando.
Oops.
But you've got Haley's
Ooh.
PlayStation, so you can play that.
Oh, I guess that's. Stop giving me. Stop. I'm trying to use my excuses and they're not working. But yeah, I honestly haven't been playing much. I probably should start playing some games. But I watched Mia tonight for like 2 hours, so I didn't mean to do that for long, but that was good.
It's good to be outside.
It really is, dude. It's in good weather right now.
Oh, I know what Cameron's got for his collector's corner. I saw that.
Oops.
Uh,
Well, yeah, but I just realized I need to figure out where Cooper's
Ha.
Switch is, actually.
Uh,
it's
please
gone.
do.
No, it should be around here. It's just a matter of figuring out where the hell I put it. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Well, Alex, you're up next.
Okay, cool. I played a bit of Requiem, but not as much as I should. I really just need to play though. Some Marvel Rivals, some Persona 5X. Um, games of the week that we're supposed to play. I put a few minutes in all of them. It's probably for the best we didn't make it a competition on those.
Definitely.
Uh, Cameron and I watched Wonder Man. That was pretty good.
Wonder Man.
Yeah, Marvel show.
Oh. What's that series? I think it's on Amazon. It's John Cena, but he's a superhero.
That's
Peacemaker,
Peacemaker.
and that's on
Peacemaker.
HBO.
That's what I first thought of Wonder Man. I was like, is that it? No.
That one's also pretty good.
Yeah, I saw that clip of that scene with the grasshopper. Goth. What's your favorite color? Yes or no? Only yes or no questions. That's a lot of rules to follow. Two fucking rules. One yes or no. Two to be a fucking moron. Oh, that's good. Sorry to interrupt.
um, I'm thinking. I'm not saying. Uh, I don't know. I went to
Well,
work, and work was okay.
yay, work.
And yeah, this last week. No, that was the week before. I don't know. My mind's just blanking.
Okay, let's see who's last. Oh, God, it was so close. Dude, I really wanted to be last because I feel like I'm going to lose both my titles now. But Cameron's last. I'm up.
Okay.
Worst for last.
Grant, we're now tied, by the way, for last.
Yeah, see? God, can't have anything here.
It's because we don't track second or the middle numbers because you can't keep those consistent. So
I mean, yeah,
it
but
would
if you
be
ain't first,
very.
you're last, so there are only two worth tracking. Um, okay, so like I said, I went to the local hockey game.
Yeah.
We went up 4-0 in the first period. They
Not
benched their
bad.
starting goalie. It was great.
Funny.
There was a fight within the first like 15 seconds,
Let's go.
and they literally just let it happen and then penalize both teams equally and then move on. So like that way we can still see a fight, but also you get punished. You follow the rules and punish the people that are fighting. But it's kind of funny. The
It's because
first
they
one they
know
just
that's
like,
what people are there for.
yeah. I mean, the first fight they always just let them fight for like a minute, beat the shit out of each other until they fall over and stop throwing punches, and then separate them and deal out penalties. But they don't pull them away. Um, so yeah, that was good. Um, went to a race yesterday. Went to the IndyCar race in Birmingham that I've been going to for a few years now.
Nice.
That one was good. I know not a lot of people follow IndyCar, but there's this dude named Alex Palou. He's from Spain, and he has been extremely dominant the past few years. And he won the race today by a margin of like 15 seconds, which,
Wow.
if you know anything about
Doesn't sound like a
racing,
lot, but like it's a lot.
that's a gigantic margin of victory. Like, um, yeah, I don't really even know how to describe it. That's like pathetic. that means you could stop your car and wait 15 seconds before second place got to you. So
That's crazy.
wasn't it, like, yeah, there was some good racing, but like it wasn't a race for first place. The race between second and third was good. There was like a couple in the like lower on in the pack that were battling pretty good, but um, it was a good time. Got to be outside, get some sun, touch some grass. Um, I have not played very much this week. I played the games of the week a little bit. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon X. I've been using my books. I don't
Nice,
think.
nice, nice. Let's go.
I think I showed the one that came in last week.
Yeah.
But I
That
got
sounds
both of
right.
them. This is the other one. This is the Pokedex. And it also came with a poster that I put somewhere. This poster that I'm not going to unfold because it's torn in several places. So I need to get one of them poster thingies and put it in there and never touch it again.
Right.
And I also got the other books I ordered in for black and white, the guide and the Pokedex, and both of
Nice.
them
Oh,
have
cool.
the posters that came with them. Both of them have them still. So it's like a map of the region and like a list of all
Ooh,
the new / local Pokemon.
interesting.
And yeah, so the volume 2 just came in today. Volume 1 came in a couple days ago. So very exciting. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Pokemon X. I've been switching around through my all my 3DSs and giving them some use. Um, but I've got to be honest, I've mostly been playing on the original one. I don't know why. It's objectively,
The
well,
worst one.
besides the 2DS, objectively the worst
Yeah.
option of the 3DSs I own. But for some reason, I don't know. I think I talked about this a while ago when I first got this thing. The feel is the most premium out of all of the 3DSs. It's got more metal
Mhm.
involved. The paint job is better. It's not like blatant plastic. Although a lot of it still is plastic, it feels a lot better than like the new 3DS plastic, especially the original XL. I don't know. So I just keep gravitating toward
Going
it.
back to it.
Also, I know a lot of people don't like the whole stylus in the back thing, but I'm left-handed. So stylus where the right hand is stupid and bullshit as far as I'm concerned. So like having the 3DS stylus in the back where I can actually grab it with my left hand and use it when I want without having to grab it with my right and then hand it to my left while also still holding the device. It's just much more convenient. Um, Now, why do I not like it on the new 3DSs where it's on the bottom? I don't know. I just I don't have answers. All I know is I'm just keeping to use this thing mostly. I even busted out the charging deck that I like never ever use.
Nice.
So mostly that. I wanted to play a little bit more Resident Evil Insanity Mode. I just really never got around to it. Um, and
I've been loving the memes you've been sending though.
dude, I am so happy to see that Resident Evil is really experiencing a renaissance on Instagram or really just online of all the memes. Like, I'm so glad to see Resident Evil just being talked about all the time because I feel like
Right.
I never really saw all these kinds of things until recently. Um,
It got to be on the r/Resident Evil.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
but like that doesn't count though.
Like
I
if
was
you're
gonna
That's
say
in the
that's
specific group, then you'll always see it. But like I'm seeing normal people talk about it. Well, normal people that don't like talk about all sorts of things, and like the memes of Leon and Waluigi playing Guitar Hero. I need to figure out how to do that. I've been thinking about it a lot. I think I'm gonna try to set up some kind of like
Blender.
some well no I want to like play you can mod the Guitar Hero games to just have different
Oh,
character
that's sick.
models.
Oh,
So
true.
I would love
That's
to
probably
Um,
easier
play
than trying to make
La
it.
Bamba or something with Leon Kennedy. Um,
Hello there, Sonic Adventure.
yeah, those are good. Everyone memeing about Grace and her constant stutter, which I totally understand. It's very annoying. I had that thought when playing it of like, did they have to make it to where she stutters every sentence? I guess I would be stuttering too and have a bunch of shit in my pants if I was in her position, but um still. Um
Did you see? Because I'm also getting a lot of that. You can skip Victor Gideon being in his office.
really.
Apparently, it's very easy just to sequence break him not being there.
Hmm.
I have not seen that, but now I want to. I've also seen there's this guy that his like whole bit as a streamer is that he instantly quits a game the second he gets caught by somebody. Like it's home XA straight up, but it's on PC and he does it lightning quick. Um and he's been playing Resident Evil games recently. So there was one where he was like playing Resident Evil 7 and he opened a door and as soon as he walked through the door, Jack was right there and went, "Hey there." And before he could even finish saying "hey there," he like paused quit game instantly.
Oh my lord.
He does it
Crazy.
so fast. I need to send a clip in the chat we have cuz it's
Real
really
quick,
impressive how
Alt F4.
yeah.
Would you even make it through RE7 though? There's scripted cat sequences.
Well, I mean I need to watch him to know for sure, but I think it's just like a joke. I don't know if he actually like tries to play where he doesn't get caught a single time or something. I think it's just more of it like avoiding the scare. Like he doesn't want to. He's good.
Quick, no scare.
Um. But yeah, I think that's it. So, Cameron, finish this out.
Not
All
bad.
right, so let's go ahead and knock out uh the big one. It's my boys,
The
new amiibo.
amiibo.
Yeah, especially my boy Captain Toad. He's finally got amiibo.
I gotta be honest. I
Even though
thought
he,
about him again when they're about to come out. I was like,
even though he released,
do I want them? Do I?
most
No.
likely they're gonna go on sale. I don't.
Well,
I really hope so.
I'd be surprised.
Captain
Poplin
Toad and
everywhere.
Poplin, yeah, I see no problem.
Well,
Uh,
no, arguably, I feel like Captain Toad's probably less likely than Elephant Mario. It seems like everyone on the subreddit that wanted um, that has bought the amiibo has posted Captain Toad at least. Um, yeah. So amiibo. I played some of Resident Evil 9. I passed. Where am I? I'm underground. I'm trying to. Alex is behind me, so I'm trying to not spoil too much. Um, but I
Underground.
made significant progress compared to where I was. Um, I played a decent bit of Pocopia. Um, I played next week's game of the week because I wanted to make sure that I had time in on that, and it wasn't just rushing it. Um, I'm enjoying that one, but I'll talk about that next week for Talent Station. Um, let's see. I played the Tomodachi Life demo. Uh, that was very limited, but it was it was all right. Um, uh, I I think it's weird that we have all this functionality in Tomodachi Life and Metopia, and it's not just base Switch 2 functionality
Like
for the
what?
Mii's. Um, there's just a lot of like hairstyle designs
Oh, you're
and
saying like
color.
for all
Yeah,
the stuff with the Mii's, like that we
for all the
don't
Mii's.
use
Yeah,
Mii's.
yeah. We don't use
Yeah.
Mii's. They're only in these games. But like, you could have made. You've already designed the creator system. Why not implement that on the base Switch 2?
You know, that's a good question. But Nintendo still hasn't figured out themes for the Switch 2, so
That's
or the Switch
that's
One
true.
True.
even. It's by the way,
Aren't
it's been
you
9 years, no themes.
you get light and you get dark and you
I don't even know why we bothered having
You
themes.
have to
Honestly,
be
we should have just had
racist.
dark.
We have to pick.
um, and then I went up to Leesburg, Florida, because there was a deal for um, two of these boxes worth of cards, um, plus this binder and this binder, and I split it with our friend Sylvia. So she took half and I took half. Um,
Bro's addicted.
yeah,
You've been playing. You've been playing for like
a couple months.
a few months. Yeah, I was about to
Uh-oh.
say.
Yeah, I'm fully aware. Um, yeah, so
At some
when
point, I feel like the it's cheaper than Magic argument goes away.
I mean it's still cheaper than Magic, but yeah, no, you're probably right. You're probably right. Um,
Sorry,
because
my hair.
Magic I would just need one deck,
Yeah,
and would just
exactly.
like Alex did. But yeah, so went and bought this. Um, what
My
else?
D1 hater. I'm sorry.
True, fair, fair, fair. Um, think think that's about it. I played all the games of the week and which we're about to talk about, and yeah, I mean, for a week where we had a hospital stay and we're exhausted from it, I feel like I did a decent amount, you know. So
Oh, you sure
win
did.
some,
You
lose
sure
some.
did get a decent amount.
I sure did spend a decent amount of money,
Right.
and I'm spending more already because the Mario and Rosalina amiibo released this week, and they are gigantic.
Bro's gonna buy the $70 Yoshi popcorn bucket.
I
Dude, one of my
have not
friends texted me because they were at the
asked me if you were
movies.
buying that.
No, he asked me if he wanted me to get like if he, if I wanted him to buy me one. He was at the theater and he saw them. There were Luma buckets and Yoshi buckets, and I thought about it
That's sick.
and was like, "Oh man, they're sold out. Should I?" And I was like, "Wait, no, I don't.
Wait, that's just
Why?
FOMO.
Why? I
That's
don't
just
have room
FOMO.
anyway."
Yeah, that's pretty fucking big, honestly.
So I just was like, "No, I appreciate it."
why did we put light up popcorn buckets in the theater?
That's so funny.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
no
I
judgment.
think
If
that's
I
about
wasn't, I came pretty close to buying a Monster Hunter 3DS, but speaking
it.
Oh,
of,
you should have.
so no, I
Try to.
didn't because I just bought four Pokemon books. It was way less than the cost of this 3DS was, but I would
Oh
have
wow.
done it if I was like, no, I just bought those books. Let me chill.
Yeah,
Very nice. I'm still debating those Mario Galaxy amiibo since you brought those up.
I mean, those are the only ones I feel like are going to be semi-limited, um, compared to what they've been, and that's only because, um,
Everybody loves Rosalina.
well, it's not even that aspect of it. It's also the fact that like they're just fucking gigantic. so I don't
Right.
know how many they're actually going to make, especially since they know that Amiibo aren't exactly moving off shelves right now.
Well, they're like an arm and a leg, dude.
Mm.
I gotta work a whole day's worth of shift for one stupid part of an amiibo now. I can
I
get
gotta work
Kirby's left foot now for $50.
easy. I gotta work a whole hour.
Okay, buddy. Ooh, look at me with my comfy government job. Whatever,
I do
bro.
not have a government job. You and Alex both keep saying this. I do not have a government job.
Uh,
I'd have to be
yeah,
way
I
more
get
careful
it.
with what
You
I say.
don't have a government job, but you have a government job. Just accept it.
Right.
I don't like it any more than you do.
Fair, fair,
I'm just saying.
But hey, man, that's a nice fucking check by Amiibo with.
fair. True, 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 true.
uh, uh,
Some of us like. Oh, sorry.
no, you go ahead.
Some of us serve our country with food, and some of us serve other countries with bombs. So.
What are we talking about?
Bro, where's
I'm
this
sorry.
conversation derailed?
I was just thinking. Cameron bombs minorities.
I do
Cameron,
not.
when were you gonna tell us?
That's crazy.
Okay, download station. This year we decided to do an April Fool's pack for the holiday.
Ooh.
So we
Because
did
this is the
the
time that
Dino
we've already had
game, which is
on
the
April 1st.
game that you play when you don't have internet on Chrome.
We need to do a
Minesweeper,
competition.
Snake, and Solitaire.
Solitaire's goated, dude. I love Solitaire.
I'm so glad you said that. I couldn't agree more.
Right?
I when Clubhouse Games came out,
You
I
got addicted to solitaire.
I got so addicted to Solitaire. I did not stop playing until I got all the trophies in Solitaire, and then I had to learn Spider Solitaire, and I did all the trophies in that one.
Wait, what's spider solitaire?
It's like the same basic concept, but there's a couple more like restrictions. Like I think you had to. Oh, let me just look it up before I make anything up.
Or he keeps saying words.
I mean,
Um,
on an unrelated note,
hmm.
not too late to get into Magic, all I'm saying. If you ever want to be a fourth,
uh,
since you like Lacana.
Spider Solitaire, you play with uh twice as many cards.
What? So, like, 2 decks?
Wait, is no, I guess not.
Wait, like, so it'd be like 2 decks then, right? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, it's 2 decks. So you
And
have to
what do you mean by.
complete more piles than you do in regular Solitaire because
So,
of that.
is it 8 rows for like 8 legs? Or.
I guess.
I mean, that would be my guess if it's Spider. I'm just assuming, I don't know. Is it fun though? Like you said, you learned it.
Yeah, I mean it's still basically Solitaire. Um, I think there's
Hmm.
also something different in like how you draw cards.
Hmm.
Um, oh right, okay. So Solitaire, you just do like alternating colors, right? Red, black, red, black. Doesn't matter what suit it is. Um, Spider Solitaire. Um, you have to build stacks in the same suit.
Interesting.
I think that's the one I played.
Um, and you can only move sequences that are the same suit. So like you move cards around, and like in Solitaire, you can move a stack of cards that you have flipped. In Spider Solitaire, you can only move that stack if they're all the same suit. So if you've got, like, you can move cards alternating red, black like normal, single cards, but you can't move stacks. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well. It's basically Solitaire just with a few little thingies thrown in there to make it a little more difficult. But anyway, yeah, Solitaire is peak.
I did not stop playing Solitaire until I was able to clear it because I kept screwing up. So I was like, I'm not ending until this is I've cleared a round. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, another game, Snake. I'm pretty sure, thinking about it, Snake is probably one of my earliest games I've ever played, and I hate to say that because that means one of the earliest games I've ever played is a mobile game. But I remember playing Snake on like one of those. It was a brick phone, like the small cell phones
Yep.
that had an antenna you pull out,
That sounds about right.
but they're still pretty small. Um, Cooper, you said your favorite was also Solitaire. What was y'all's?
Yeah.
Of the ones, I've always really liked Minesweeper.
Minesweeper is fun.
Minesweeper's good.
It's not. I mean,
not.
it's repetitive.
Well, they're all repetitive. Like that's.
Yeah, they
fun.
are.
I was about to say they're all time wasters, but
I would
Minesweeper just
say
makes me feel stupid.
Solitaire. Yeah,
right.
I can't figure out Minesweeper. It always it makes me feel
Like
stupid.
if I don't get an 8 mark, I don't know where the bomb is, bro.
What?
So if every
You're saying
square
that
doesn't
if
have a
every
bomb in
square
it, then
around
you're like,
it,
I don't know. It's either all bombs or no. I don't know. I'm not gonna
Exactly,
play
right?
anymore.
You just play from
um,
the outside in because you don't want your last one to be the corners or you're screwed.
Was that was a gamble.
Because if the corners are your last ones, you're not gonna.
because then you're trying to guess where the bomb is, but you have to get close enough to the corner to be able to hit it.
Yeah.
I think it's Solitaire. Like Snake is fine, but it's not the kind of game that I feel like I even care to go back to consistently.
Yeah.
You know, um, but Solitaire, I was just like, yeah. I understand why we had this as like a physical game at one point. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I understand now. I'm bad at this, and I want to win.
Yeah, there was a long time where I remember my granddad would have like dedicated solitaire hour because that's what you get
Yeah,
to do when you're super old.
yeah.
He's like, I'm glad you guys are here, but I'm gonna go away for an hour. He just literally goes to his computer and does nothing but play solitaire for an hour and then comes back. It's like, oh, I gotta put that on my schedule.
I mean,
That's so funny.
can't we blame him?
No,
Right.
I mean that's it's way better than like a cigarette break, you know.
Hmm.
Some rounds of solitaire, you just get a bad hand though.
Yeah.
I
I got so addicted to solitaire on Clubhouse, I would use the rewind feature, not to beat the uh, challenges, because really it's just RNG at the end of the day, but more so because I started to like study. I was trying to really learn like how do you do this efficiently and quickly. Because I kept playing for well after I got the achievements or whatever. I just kind of got addicted to it. So like using the rewind was like, oh, if I go back like 20 cards and I did this instead, maybe I should try to do that more often.
yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I feel like Dino is probably like my least favorite of them. Just because it's not like it's meant to be a time waster when you have no internet, but it's not.
That's when it's fun to screw around with, is when you have no internet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but like I would rather just play solitaire at that point.
True. But too bad
Uh,
computers aren't
yeah, they don't come with solitaire anymore.
solitaire.
There's solitaire and casual games. I would open that app right now, but I'm afraid it's gonna make noise, and I don't want to do that while recording.
Fair.
Um,
Just open it
yeah,
on your
Dino
Switch.
game is like the kind of time. It's like a Flappy Bird kind of time waster,
Yeah,
where
it's
it's like
not.
less of a game with thought and more of like a nervous tick.
Mm,
Which isn't
yeah,
bad. It has a place. It's just like there's not really any content. It's just something to do.
yeah. It's if I'm looking, it's one thing if I'm stuck without internet for like a couple minutes, right? And it's screwed up, and but like if it's a significant amount of time, I'm just gonna play a console game that doesn't require internet. I'm not bothering going, oh, let me see how high of a score I can get, you know? Cooper, what did you say your favorite was of the four?
Solitaire.
Solitaire. Okay. Poor Snake.
I mean, we've all played Snake. I'm
We've all
just
played.
bad at it.
Snake is a similar vibe to that like kind of Dino game time waster. It just the difference is that you can technically beat that game.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's just
No, it's fine. Uh, there's that. Uh, what's the version JonTron played? Audacity Snakes. Do you guys remember that?
I don't think so, actually.
Oh, what is that from? He buys those bootleg consoles and plays them, and the games are all like horrible. And there's one called Audacity Snakes, but it's literally just Snake, but it's got the snake from Jungle Book in it for some reason.
That's funny.
There it is.
Ouch. That's funny. I'll have to watch that after the show.
So yeah, there you go. Happy April Fools.
Happy April Fools.
Solitaire's the best game ever made. You know we should have included Space Pinball on this list.
Cameron and
We
I
debated
discussed
that.
that, but we also were like, people would play that by themselves.
Well, to be fair, people will play solitaire, but like Space Pinball is also one of those games that's like you can't really access anymore.
Uh, I beg to
I mean,
differ.
I'm sure it's
Someone
online. I'm sure it's online.
Someone made a standalone executable of it that you can play today. I literally downloaded it 6 months ago, maybe something like that, because I was sitting there going, "Man, I really miss that."
Yeah, I really miss when
Yeah,
Microsoft was
pinball.
cool.
I still have it.
Nice.
Although I think this one is so like what people don't know a lot is that that game is actually a demo for a pinball game with multiple boards and stuff. The space one that you get is like the demo board. So like there's a whole game that came out with other boards and stuff, and this was just like a sneak peek of it in Microsoft.
And everyone just played that version instead.
Yeah. Cuz I mean like it was a demo, but like there was no limitation to it other than the fact that there was only one board, but it didn't tell you that.
And also nobody had a problem with that.
Yeah, and like if there's no selection screen with stuff grayed out, like you don't select the board looking at the other ones
No,
going, "Man, I can't
it
play
boots
those."
into
It
it.
like everyone just thought it would that was the game. There was no indication of it being a demo.
True.
True.
There's an old but interesting. It's not an old but interesting time yet.
Cool. All right.
I think this one was fun though. Just having a little bit of a different uh thing going on.
No, I
Yeah,
liked it a lot.
I did not realize until you guys posed the idea. I was like, "Oh my god, I would love to talk about solitaire." I love to talk about Clubhouse
Right.
games, really.
Mm, I mean, I arguably Clubhouse is one of those games I regret not being able to pick up physically when it was available. It's one try to keep an eye out for when I'm at a game shop or something, but nobody ever sells it. And I don't want to pay $40 for it, because it's never on sale.
Yeah, Clubhouse Games sits right next to like Smash Brothers and Mario Kart is like the games I always have on me.
Makes sense.
It's just an easy game to have because it's not something you have to like overly explain, and it gives you a lot of
Have we done
options.
Clubhouse Games as a download station? We should do that.
We haven't because we don't own it, but I'll put it on the list.
Yeah,
Um,
well,
and once I can,
one of these days.
at some point, I may end up just giving up and buying it outright on the Switch eShop. But
Because
for
I was thinking
now,
about it and I was like, I've done the. Not only did I go crazy on solitaire in that game, but I went crazy on chess and checkers. Chess I couldn't beat until I went second. I tried so many times. I lost every time until I started going second.
Hmm.
And then I could win. That was a weird
interesting.
fun fact. Anyway, there you go. April Fool's pack. Moving on.
Yeah.
Kirby was cut from Mario Kart 8's DLC.
Dude, yeah, that's so upsetting.
Um,
At least considering for concept art. Wise.
say that again.
Considered in the concept art wise.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in the concept art for it. Um,
It's interesting because he felt like an obvious pick back then because he was in Rosalina's Smash video on the Mario Kart track.
and instead we got Mercedes.
Yep.
No, that was free.
But it was
Still.
DLC.
It was DLC. And then they went, everybody has to use this in Deluxe.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss. I wish I didn't know that, but I will.
I was like, I gotta ruin the whole everybody else's.
Bethesda Fallout 3 dev, quote, initially felt a little touchy about New Vegas' success because they, quote, put in all this effort for its foundation. We made 90% of the art, and we built the engine.
Hmm.
What does that mean? Initially felt a little touchy.
So they weren't getting enough recognition, I guess.
Um,
Oh, so this is interesting though. So like Bethesda 3 built it, right? All the like this was when we saw a lot of reused assets for things.
mm-hmm.
But like what a lot of New Vegas is praised for is like its story and
Yeah.
things like that.
I made the connection. Now I forgot, or I didn't recognize that Fallout 3 was the topic, but the Fallout 3 developer, but the game is about New Vegas.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, New Vegas is based on 3, right?
Yes.
There it is. Yeah, I
It's
mean, I
based on
guess
3,
so.
but I don't know. New Vegas wouldn't exist without 3, but like also people play games for story and things as well.
And Fallout 3 wasn't super poorly received, right?
No, it was pretty. From what I remember, it was well received.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the first Fallout that really had like major backlash was the live service one.
76.
Yeah.
Ace Attorney series localization director Janet Hsu has seemingly left Capcom as of December.
Rip.
Interesting.
She's been in charge of the localization for all of them since
Dang.
Game Boy uh, versions.
I mean, basically the whole series is localized now, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but then we'll get 7 when Capcom decides to finally make a game.
The year is 2042.
No time for Ace Attorney. Grace needs to stutter more in Resident Evil.
It's been 10 years since we got a new Ace Attorney game.
We couldn't even get Ace Attorney in Smash.
Or my bad, it's been 9 years, but I guess.
Maybe they'll give us one for the 10th anniversary of No Game.
Pragmata's newly revealed New York stage was painstakingly made by human developers to look AI generated, according to the director.
What?
I'll
All,
show you, hold on.
yeah, let's get a visual here.
Also, why?
Is it because like
These
they're
2
in a
visuals. Well, like the whole spaceship they're on, space colony they're on,
Yeah.
was made by robots and AI.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So this is like a lore thing, right? Like they made it
Yeah.
look like AI because in the game it's generated by AI, but not like
Yeah.
But it's
actually
not
AI.
actually made. Yeah.
Interesting.
I still don't like that there's just a little girl with no shoes on the back of the main character all the time. I feel like there's a ulterior motive in Pragmata, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's Japan paid Capcom a lot of money to help with their declining birth rates.
Yeah, this will help.
They're like, look, don't you want to be a dad hanging out with your daughter? Here you go. And we'll have Grace hang out with the young girl.
Yeah, yeah. Except the problem is everyone's gonna look at Pragmata and go feet, and their jaw's gonna hit the floor, and they're not gonna be
That's
having
true.
kids. They're gonna be looking at little girl feet.
I hate that. I hate
No.
that sentence. We just got
Yeah, I
canceled.
hate it too. But I'm just telling you what's gonna happen.
You're not wrong, but still.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's correct. Really, I regret it.
As you should.
There's a Kirby Air Riders event this week, and there's a Tetris 99 event this week.
Yeah, enjoy.
Um, Old but still interesting tidbit of the week. I thought it would be fun while we're on the April Fool's thing to tell the short story of the rarest game on PS4. It's called Poop Slinger. If you're a Scott the Woz fan, you already know about this game. So in 2019, on April Fool's Day, this game went up called Poop Slinger for sale for PS4. It is the one and only physical game produced by the company Limited Rare Games that is not limited run games and that is not super rare games. It is Limited Rare Games. This is the only thing they made. This is it was a supposedly South Carolina based company run by a single Russian man and that claimed to have taken out a loan from their bank to fund this release. Sony requires a minimum quantity of 1,000 copies of a game if you're going to make something physically. So they had to have made at least that many. But only like 84 copies, I think, sold or something like that. And it literally went on sale on April Fool's Day in 2019 for $34. The website to purchase copies from was laughably bare bones, with little more than a picture of Poop Slinger's game case, a buy now button, and a copyright signature, half of which was written in Russian.
So it definitely looked fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sales were so bad that Limited Rare Games increased the price to $50 and tweeted, quote, "We are not selling enough and are scared we may go out of business." And later, again, "If we do not sell out all copies in 2 hours, we will have to close down. Too many people think we are a joke or scam and the game is not selling." According to the company, it needed the sales to repay their bank loan, which was nowhere close to being settled. As limited run publishers often sell their games for one day only, it's unclear whether this business model was something arranged as a part of the deal with the bank beforehand. But for whatever reason, all 820 copies of the game had to be sold on April 1st. No, I said 1,000 earlier. Usually some are kept because of replacements and stuff like that, whatever, because this is technically a company. So yeah, they sold 84 copies. The business shut down. They went bankrupt after one day.
Oops.
And in just a few weeks, people started actually receiving the game that they made. It's probably for the best as far as the company goes. The Limited Rare Games logo literally looks exactly like Limited Run Games, except just with word changed. So yeah, it's a game. Let's see what Poop Slinger is on price charting right now.
Digitally, it's $5. Physically, it looks
About 1,000. 976. But that is going off of one sale per year. And the value
well,
is. You go ahead.
This one guy on eBay is determined to get $18,000 for it. It's sitting in 2 carts. I think you make 2 accounts.
Yikes.
That's insane.
It looks like the new price is sitting around $1,700. One sale per month. People are buying this. Someone spent $5,000 on a copy in 2023.
Ain't no way.
$5,000 for Poop Slinger. It's like so funny that it's not funny.
No, literally. Like, who do you even tell that, bro? Like, hey man, guess what I just bought?
Poop
For
Slinger?
five.
What the
Poop,
fuck, dude?
poop slinger for $5,000. Like, bro. What?
Yeah, I just spent $34 on this website that looks to be Russian. Of course, nobody bought it. $84 copies.
Crazy.
So yeah, there you go. Old but interesting story of the week. On to the rumors. New Star Fox game and a Zelda Ocarina of Time remake are rumored for Switch 2. It's the heavy hitter headline of the rumors.
Okay, does new Star Fox game mean new Star Fox? Or does it mean we're gonna remake 1/64 again?
But
Good question.
1/64 is the only one that sells. So, I mean, I guess you can count 2, but 2's just 1 again.
Special Nick is reporting that a Zelda-themed limited edition Switch 2 will be coming out with the Ocarina of Time remake, which, quote, has a pretty big budget.
Yeah, I buy a Switch 2 and
Oh, poor
special
Alex.
edition gets made.
Oh, rest in peace.
To be fair, it
still,
hasn't been announced.
and I still think
officially.
the Switch 2 could go up in price. So
Yeah.
Also, the special edition is already going to be more than you want to pay.
Well, I got clearance from Jewel because she was like, "I'll
If
just
there's
take
a
the
special edition.
yeah, she'll just take mine."
Yours.
So
Yeah, realistically.
we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. If it's some bullshit, I'm not gonna do that. But
yeah, watch it be black, but with like green and yellow inner circles.
I'll be a bit surprised if the Zelda one's bad. They've done pretty good forever making the Zelda one like look amazing.
Yeah, but they don't seem to want to put color into the Switch 2.
yeah, I'm
they're
looking for.
they're worried it's going to be too close to the Switch. So we're not going to get actual colors until the Switch stops being sold.
Yeah, I'm looking for like Link Between Worlds, Hylian Shield 2DS kind of Zelda style, not Zelda Wii U, Zelda original 3DS style. That's like, here's basically nothing. Here's black
Some
with
color.
a gold trim. And by gold trim, I mean
That-
one thin line on the front, and that's it.
Oh yeah,
not even on the console.
the one
Just
special
on the
edition the
controller.
Wii U got.
Yeah. And the Zelda one that is like this model is literally just black with a gold rim on the
Yeah,
front panel. Um, so something with
that
I
does.
agree with Cameron. I hope there's something with more color.
Mhm. It would be very, very nice if it was not the current. Because like I can't get over them going. Here's new colors, and it's just slightly different, except if you take the controllers off the console
And don't put them in anything.
and don't put them in anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Um,
not good.
so do we think this also means maybe Majora's Mask remake?
I hope so, but no, because Ocarina of Time's the popular one.
Well, yeah, Ocarina of Time first, but then like after. Um,
I hope so. Um,
it is reportedly set to release in the latter half of this year as a the holiday game, the lead up to the holiday game kind of thing. Um, Nate the Hate also says there's not going to be a Nintendo Direct. Speaking of, until June, so we're not getting anything until E3. At least that's what he says.
Great.
Man, we got 2 months to go.
That's actually insane.
Dang, man. Yeah, I don't like this Nintendo. Talk to me.
Give me anything, dude.
This is an abusive relationship that's getting more abusive. I've also
Like
seen a lot of discussion around Star Fox, the Star Fox portion of this being because like that's why he's in the movie, or I guess that's not
is
why
type
he's
them
in the
up.
movie, but they're doing this now because he is in the movie.
Okay, but
So
you kind of have to like do something with the fact that he's in the movie, you
Yeah.
know?
yeah,
But you'd have to have a direct to do that.
I kind of hate that they told us that he was in the movie.
Yeah, that would have been a nice
Yeah.
That would
surprise.
have been a
I saw that.
fun
So would the
thing.
Pikmin though. Like I
Right?
don't understand why they're like, here's all guys, it's okay. There's a lot of references. See if you can count all the characters that are being referenced. And it's like, brother, you've announced like all the species.
Somebody pointed out that apparently before he got announced and Fox also got announced, there was a leak for like I think it was like the Venezuelan voice actor being Star Fox, and then they're like, oh shit, and then they just dropped it.
I mean, the guy's jacket's cool.
Right?
Mhm.
And apparently he did like Top Gun and a lot of those kind of movies, so it's like actually kind of cool fit. I still don't know why they're doing actors as voice actors, if that makes sense.
Because bigger names.
But Joe Seja, bro, literally Claude has voiced Fox McCloud before.
But that's not how Hollywood works, Cooper.
Well, Hollywood's lame, and we're gonna get probably more stupid.
Yeah, you
What's the
tell
right
him.
word?
Cooper's about to
License,
crash out.
dude. We're gonna get more stupid licensed songs. They're gonna be like, "Ooh, we could do what is it, Gussie Garden, right? We could do
Gusty
Yeah.
that,
Garden
or
Galaxy.
we could do Highway to Hell. Ooh, I wonder what we're gonna do."
He's so right though.
Dude, it makes me want to crash out sometimes.
Yeah, Gusty
Dude,
Garden
you just
Galaxy,
did.
or she thinks my tractor's sexy. That's funny. Xbox's next original game is taking shape as the studio behind South of Midnight begins hiring for a mysterious new project. Please take a long time because I still haven't played South of Midnight yet. I haven't even bought it. But I still do want to play that game, I think. It just doesn't go on sale.
Unfortunate.
Um, from Jason Schreier, exact budgets of video game productions can be tough to corroborate, but the numbers I've heard floating around AAA game dev these days are $300 million or more, sometimes much more, which I think helps explain the current state of the industry.
Suffering.
$300 million or more.
Mm. I don't. I mean,
Like I was trying to figure out like why is this like movie budget level, and then I was like, well, you do for a lot like for 3D games now, you basically have to put people in suits and make them act out all the stuff you want.
mm, motion capture.
Yeah. When you guys beat the game, there's some really cool behind the scenes footage of them recording a lot of the scenes in Resident Evil 9. It's fascinating.
I'll have to watch it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's why game. We're at the point where I think we're gonna spend a couple more years, uh, like this, but I think we're gonna see games kind of go back down, from Hollywood productions and like motion capture and things like that because it's just
Expansive.
unsustainable.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, really, it's either you make it big or you go bankrupt.
Yep.
So I
And
wouldn't be
you
surprised if
can make it
like
big.
it continues
Oops, sorry.
for big budgets, like Resident
Mhm.
Evil. Like that's a pretty well established series, so
Mhm.
it's less of a risk to spend a lot of money on it. With I mean,
And they've
like how
also
I
got their
mean,
own
popular
engine, so
RE9's
they're
been.
not.
Yeah,
yeah, it also helps that they've got their own engine and they've been reusing things. I gotta ask you, Grant, is our good old trusty pliers back or in this one? Not pliers, the little cut things that's in like they made it in 7 and then they kept reusing it and then
like the wire cutters.
yeah, the wire cutters, the bolt cutters.
Um, I don't recall them offhand,
I heard. So I want to say
but that doesn't mean I just don't remember because it's a if it is, it's inconsequential. I wouldn't have known to pay attention to that.
right because the bolt cutters there was one thing that didn't use them. I don't remember which one, but for the most part, they brought them into all of the Resident Evil things since 7.
Um, Disney has considered buying out Epic Games and Fortnite.
Interesting. That makes
Wow.
sense.
Now's the time.
Jonesy movie.
I mean, why not? They've already invested a lot of money into them for um the parks and the digital whatever, whatever the world. And if Fortnite's hurting for money, then Disney can get them for cheap. And they love buying companies. So I could see it.
Yeah, shocker. Disney wants to buy more companies.
Next up, the sky is blue.
All right. Finishing topic for the week. Thought it would be fun to reminisce on some April Fool's joke announcements from years past. I found a list of some good ones. So I'll start off with a strong one. Among Us had a horse mode.
That they bring back every year now.
No, they bring something different.
They always change it up. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought they brought. Wasn't last year they just did like a bunch of the April Fools ones?
I think so. There was one year they did like super tall ones or whatever.
The horses were popular enough that it is in the Vampire Survivors map as a
Hmm.
character.
Um, World of Warcraft did a crossover with Tinder.
That's funny.
I do
That's
not
funny.
know that one.
This was so they got like a Tinder box, is what they called it. And like over a decade ago. Um, it gave players an in-game item that, once given to a garrison member, could help them find their true love. It was a whole fake thing.
Mhm.
This is technically April Fool's, technically not April Fool's, but there's going to be a Final Fantasy 14 fighting game.
Ooh.
Uh, there is a trailer for it, but that's it. It's never happened.
Pain.
Heard.
Is
Sonic the
there?
Hedgehog, the Murder of the Sonic the Hedgehog game was made for April Fools.
True. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you remember like the little uh Kirby Roomba that um they did as an April Fools?
No.
Let me see if I can find it. There's I remember like there was a year or two where everyone was just doing fake um like items.
Yeah. The Corsair K1 keyboard, a 1% keyboard. It literally has one key on it, and it's the F key.
Amazing.
Oh wow, that is amazing.
And they call it the K1 because the Corsair actual keyboard is called the K100. Very nice. Kirby almost looks like a Mr. Saturn, and on this.
Yeah.
Google Maps usually does something. And one year they did Miss Pac-Man. They made everything look like Miss Pac-Man. The PlayStation Flow. This is one from Sony back at also over a decade ago, of a joke of a submersible gaming equipment. It was kind of like VR supposed to. It was like sunglasses with also earbuds that connect to them, and like kind of virtual reality, alternate reality kind of thing. Um, where you could like swim underwater in games where you swam underwater.
Ooh.
Uh, last year, the developer of Dave the Diver announced Dave the Diver Remastered, but that it wouldn't be coming out until 2049.
That's funny. Let's see.
Minecraft always does an April Fool's one.
Yeah.
They did one year that was the villager voice actor just saying every sound effect.
The CD Projekt Red, the developer of Cyberpunk 2077, announced um, that they would be making a floppy disk version that came on 97,619 of them specifically.
Go. Let's go.
And also, it does not come with the storage container for the discs. It just comes with the discs.
Apparently, there was a World of Warcraft April Fools where they were going to add a bard class that used Guitar Hero mechanics.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's peak.
Power Wash Simulator made it to where you, instead of like cleaning stuff, you sprayed more mud and slime out of
The
the gun.
good. War Thunder apparently replaced all metal warships with wooden sail ships at one point. Now, there's a lot of good April Fools, but I feel like every year it gets less. Like we just don't see as many good April Fools jokes anymore, you know?
Yeah. It definitely keeps getting worse because everything sucks. And also, like, despite it being a joke, there's always people that are just upset about it or like try to exploit it. So it's like, well, why even try if it's just going to be
Yeah,
used against me?
because if you don't have the people that are like, I cannot believe you made this and and it's not a real product, you have the other people that are like, look at what was just announced, and then they get a bazillion views, and then you have to be like, guys, please shut the fuck up. This is not real.
Right.
We are not making this product.
Um, a couple years ago, when it was, not really, never mind. IGN made a fake trailer for the Virtual Boy Pro, which was basically the Nintendo Switch VR headset that everyone's been dreaming about that the Switch just couldn't do. Uh, they like made it look pretty real, where there's like augmented reality. You could play Mario in your room, and like the objects in your room were the platforms for him to jump on. Um, Shooting gallery kind of stuff, Animal Crossing kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's amazing.
And then it it really becomes apparent that this is fake when pretty late in the trailer they're like Mario Kart Open Road, and it's the person with the VR headset on in their car.
Driving. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, it really does suck how like few April Fool's jokes happen these days.
Yeah.
Let's see what they do this year.
We'll see if we
Well,
get
yeah.
anything.
Hopefully Nintendo comes out with something, especially with the Mario movie coming out on April 1st. Actually, that's the April Fool's joke. The movie is just a one big Smash Bros. Movie, guys. We solved it.
You
There's
thought it was
nothing more.
Galaxy, but it's not Galaxy.
I mean, to be fair,
Dude, did y'all see the interview? I sent it in the chat. I don't know if y'all were able to see it, but like Chris Pratt saying, "Oh, if
Yeah, what character you'd like to fight?
yeah,"
He said
and then he
Metroid.
said, "Oh, Metroid. What the hell? Fraud alert."
Well, like, yeah, like he answered it poorly. I get it if he was trying to say like I'd like to kill a Metroid because it's what you
No,
want
he
to
said,
fight in Smash.
didn't he
But
say, I want to fight a Metroid with a,
Yeah,
I
you
want
want
to
to
fight
fight
with Metroid against Mother Brain?
against Mother Brain, which is like, okay, you know what you're talking about, but you also don't. Yeah, yeah. I'd be super eager to see Metroid and defeat Mother Brain.
to see Metroid, not a Metroid, but Metroid.
yes.
Yeah.
Dog from Duck Hunt is a crazy answer.
All right, well, I think that is going to wrap it up for us here. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please share us with us. We post every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, youtube.com/StormwindGames. Anywhere that you get your podcast, you can find us. Add us on Twitter at AllNightGamers with a K. Let us know what are some of your favorite April Fool's jokes from years past. Are you excited about the Ocarina of Time remake? Do you think the limited edition is going to be good at all? Do you like Solitaire? And let us know. We'll be back
I love
next week,
Solitaire.
as always, for more gaming news, talk, and discussion. Thank you so much. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. We love you all to death. See you next week. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.